Alrighty, so I think we are live.
Yeah.
Hi.
I think just to introduce everybody, I think let's start with from our screens at the left. Alex, would you mind introducing yourself?
I guess I'm the only Alex here, so that applies to me. Hi everyone, I'm Alex. You probably didn't see my interview video, so I might as well do it now. I'm Alex. I'm from Russia. I'm 22. I don't look like it, but I am, and I sing.
Welcome, Alex. Cool. Anna, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, I'm Anna. I'll be the bass mentor for BandUp and super excited to get this going.
Thanks for being here. Caleb, and you?
Yeah, hi everybody. Name's Caleb. I am the vocal mentor for BandUp. So excited to hear everyone's wonderful voices and get started. So happy to be here.
Awesome. Charlie, joining us all the way from Peru.
Hi guys, I'm Charlie. I'm from Peru, and I will be the guitar mentor for BandUp.
Dan the man.
I'm Dan Aloysius. I'm from Sri Lanka, and I'm entered as a guitar/vocal/guitar/vocal person. And I'll tell you my age, but I tend to get away with a lot of things when I don't, so I'm going to keep that secret.
Thanks. Johannes?
Yes, I'm Johannes from Germany. Don't blame me for the World Cup.
Nobody said a word.
I am the judge and will take care for all the artist development, artist management stuff. So that's my special field.
Fantastic. Kristina?
What's up, guys? I'm Kristina Schiano. I'm from New York, and I'm going to be your drum mentor. So I'm really, really excited to get to meet you all.
That's awesome. Pelle?
What's up? Oh, yeah, I'm PelleK, singer. Gonna be judging you guys harshly. No. Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm really excited. It's gonna be so much fun. And really excited to meet all the talents and people who just want to learn about the music business. And I'm very honored to be here with all you guys. Awesome.
Definitely. Same for us, I think.
Hey guys, I'm David. I'm one of the core team members here, and I'll be looking and moderating and pushing questions. I just wanted to make sure we understand the format. Alex and Dan are entrants, so they'll be posing some questions that you guys have asked the mentors. I'm also monitoring the chat, so if you guys want to ask some more questions, we'll try and pick those up. And I think, yeah, Dan, whenever you're ready, I think fire off a question and just make sure you direct it at a mentor. Make sure the question is clear, and then we'll carry on from there. And thanks for being here, everybody. I really appreciate it, and I'm honored to be chatting with all of you.
Sure. Yeah. The first question is actually directed at you, David, directed at BandUp. That's how many songs can we upload during the audition?
I think, thank you for asking me first, of course, putting me on the spot. Most of the information are on the website under Auditions. We'll post a link again, just to make sure you guys have it. But the first round, we want one song from you. And that can be a cover or original song. You get to choose. So round one is your choice, absolutely. So short answer, one song.
Cool. So I guess Alex? I'll go. Yeah, I'll go next. So the next question that was submitted is about recording videos on YouTube, and I guess it applies to whoever is willing to share a secret to recording successful YouTube videos. I guess music related, obviously.
And who's that aimed at?
I mean, probably one of the mentors, because they are the successful ones on YouTube. So if anyone is willing to share.
Should be Caleb, though. Caleb puts a lot into his videos. You can
Sure, I'll start that one out. Successful, if I'm understanding the question correctly, successful music video can can be a multitude of things. And I think I speak for PelleK as well. Like, some of our best videos have been the ones that are also sometimes the most simple in terms of their cinematography or how involved they are, because half the time for me, it's just me and the camera and a microphone, and I just hit record and I go for it. Other times I go for something a little more elaborate. You know, I hire out a crew that I know and I've talked with, and just to have better production values. But half the time, if you're trying to be successful in terms of making a music video that works really well, you need to understand what the appeal is. Like, what is the main focus of the video? What do you want people to focus on more than anything? And when you have a kind of video that's just a cover, it's you in front of a microphone, or it's your original song and you're singing in the microphone, you're actively saying, I want people to focus on me and my voice and what's coming out of my mouth. You know, whenever you're doing a music video and it's more flashy and stuff like that, you're wanting people to focus on the stuff you got going on in your video, not so much about your voice. So you can control, for the most part, control how people view your content, particularly covers or original songs, based on how you present it. I guess that makes sense. But yeah, if you want to make a good one, I think it's just making sure you know exactly what you're trying to do. And once you know that, you know, your version of success can be better ascertained if you know what you're aiming to do. So that really all depends on what you're trying to achieve.
Well said, man. Good job.
I want to chime in on that too as well. Real fast. I think showing your personality through the video is a really big plus too, because people want to connect with you. So especially if you're doing like just a face to the camera type intimate video, showing that you're having fun always lets people know that you care what you're doing and you're not just doing it just to win a contest or doing it just for the views or something. So just show that you have fun, do something that you enjoy. And I think that's a really big plus too.
And joining the personality.
Yeah, so I want to... Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry.
I was scared this was going to happen. Go ahead.
Just as an add-on to personality, yeah, being authentic. I think that's one of the most important, because the people will see at some point that you're not authentic if you...
What's going on then?
What happened?
There we go.
I mean, it's okay to lose the World Cup, but come on.
Oh,
you gotta have some internet, dude.
Well, Anna, to you.
Okay, so I was going to add, I was just at Gear Fest with a couple other YouTubers. We did a pretty big YouTube panel over there. And this was actually one thing that we talked about, was how to really get your videos going and have people look at them and kind of have success on YouTube. And something we all kind of agreed on was the fact that content is really important. So the quality of your content is especially important in creating all your videos. So if you really want to make sure that people are going to be loyal to your channel and watch your channel, you want to make sure that your content is consistent, not only in scheduling, but also just whatever you're doing. So you want to have a goal and you want to have sort of a motive to all of your videos. So kind of like Kristina was saying, if people can see your personality and see what you're doing with your channel and see kind of where you're going, that's going to give you more of an incentive for you to have an audience than someone who's kind of all over the place. And, you know, speaking from experience, that's definitely worked more for me. And then going back to Caleb's point with the simplicity or having that full-blown production, that also depends on what you want your channel to look like, because having a high-end production works for some channels, and then having more of a simple take works for other channels. So it really just depends on what you want your channel to look like. So for me, my most viewed video was a one-take video. And of course, sometimes I do more high-end stuff, sometimes I do more simple stuff. So overall, I think it really just depends on what you want your channel to look like and follow through with the motives.
Awesome.
All right. Charlie, do you wanna...
I have a couple of questions from the comment section here, and this one's towards you, PelleK. When will you man up and do some Bon Jovi covers?
Tons of them. Come on, wake up, dude.
And that's Master of Disaster. So,
yeah, it's a disastrous question, bro. It's
drag them out.
I've done like 4 of them.
Drag them out.
RTFM, right? Cool. Alex, do you have another question?
Yeah. Is it? I forgot how to pronounce her name. Is it Isaiah?
Isaiah, yeah.
I'm not sure. However, regardless of how badly I butchered her, I apologize for. She wanted to ask the expectations for the whole project for BandUp. I think everyone has their own take on that, but I would personally be very interested to know what Johannes thinks and what his expectations are, and what is his sort of drive behind the project.
Well, my expectations to the band is that they create something very unique, because they have all very different backgrounds, which is a huge opportunity to create something very original. And I want to make sure that the band will find this originality, this uniqueness, and will foster this uniqueness. So because this can evolve to high personality and large energy within the band, and this will be also a very big challenge. Well, just for the reason that they come from so many places, to keep them together. So they have to create something which is very their thing. So I think that's a big challenge to get them to this point. And I will try to make sure that they will find this unique point, this unique identity, maybe.
Awesome. Anybody else want to add to that, perhaps? What their expectations are of the project? And no? Okay, Dan?
No one? You tried.
Dan, do you have another question for us there?
Yes, I do. I'd like to ask this to PelleK.
Yep.
What is a normal day in your life like? Is music all that you do, or do you have any other activities?
I don't know why you're laughing. Johannes is just laughing because of the World Cup jokes. He's just like trying to get to me. So, my
Johannes, ask him where is Norway?
Oh yeah. Yeah. In the center of the universe. No, I mean, like, a normal day for me is not exciting. It's pretty normal. I sleep as long as I can, and I'll get up in the morning, and I'll usually, like, for the last, like, I don't know, like 4 years or whatever, I was like, I went on the treadmill and like ran for like 2 hours to be healthy and everything. And I don't do that anymore because I have this thing now. I'm not gonna get into it, but anyway, so I can't do that right now. And I just get up, I put breakfast in the micro oven, put it right into the studio, start working with like After Effects or 3D Max or 3D Elements, stuff like that you don't see on YouTube. I do a lot of special effect work, which I think is so much fun. And then after a few hours, I'll get into YouTube work now and then. I'm not going to spend the whole day on it because I've done it for 10 years now. And if I sit and sing and like, focus on that all day, it's gonna drive me nuts. So a few hours on that, and then I'll just take my car out, go to the store, do my chores, whatever, and then do some more YouTube work basically. But I also act, so half of the year I'll be in different countries. I'm a lot in Ireland and in the USA and stuff like that for work, for acting. So yeah, it's pretty much, it's not like it used to be. It used to be just working in the studio every day, but yeah, I don't do that anymore because I just can't do it. It's just gonna drive me nuts. But I love my life, and I'm very, very fortunate and happy, especially to be here with like Caleb and Charlie and all you guys. I'm stoked. So yeah, my life's turned out great, and I'm very happy. and that's basically it. I sleep as much as I can, sometimes like 12 hours. I love to sleep.
Like
That's
a
all.
polar.
I hibernate.
That's a lot of sleep.
Yeah.
That's arguably too much sleep.
Well, I guess.
Preach.
Everyone's different.
Ask the same questions to like Caleb though, or Charlie. Would love to hear what they do every day. I can imagine, like, I can imagine Charlie wakes up in the morning and he just, yells out this loud scream, like it lasts for like 3 minutes full, and then plays the most insane solo ever, and 200 men just walk up and just admire him, and he does whatever the hell he wants to do the whole day.
Actually, every time I wake up, I'm like, oh man, please 10 more minutes of sleep, and I always wake up with my hair like an afro.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
As a matter of fact, I do remember when we were in Paris, Charlie. I remember I didn't shave, and you told me like, "Didn't you shave?" I said, "No, there's no like shaving foam and stuff. Like, just use the soap. We all use the soap." And you're all shaving properly and eating healthy and stuff. I was like, "Damn, I need to learn from you guys." So
Charlie?
Caleb,
That was like 5 years ago or something like that.
I guess. I don't even remember.
5 years ago.
Use foam, you barbarian. Why would you use soap? Oh,
Good luck.
Just going against the grain.
Europe, Caleb.
That's your first mistake, Caleb. Never against the grain.
Never. No.
Charlie, I just wanted to I wanted to interject here. One of your very big fans, Anke, is having a birthday today, so I don't know if you want to wish her a happy birthday.
Who?
Oh, happy birthday! Thank you.
Yeah, she's always following everything we post, so I think she's awesome to have on board.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Have a happy birthday, Yankee. That's so nice.
Yep. Happy birthday, dude.
You're alive. You made it.
Charlie, I actually have a question for you. What is your favorite guitar solo of all time? And that was asked by Anke, actually.
That's a really tough question. Maybe I could say probably 3. Definitely one of the best guitar solos I ever heard. The solo by Randy Rhoads on Mr. Crowley by Ozzy Osbourne. I love it. Definitely one of the most hated guitar store song ever, Sweet Child of Mine, the main solo section. Really love it. That's forbidden to be played in Peruvian guitar stores. And if I had to choose one more, I would probably go to a classic Van Halen stuff. I don't have a song in mind, but I definitely love the fact that he's a classic guitar player, but makes it so futuristic. It makes sounding really futuristic.
I mean, it's still relevant today, right?
Yeah, definitely. There's like a before and after of his recordings. Definitely a milestone in electric guitar. It's funny to speak in English. I kind of like it.
That's awesome.
Good, man.
Kristina, I've got a question for you from Dysfunctional Heroes. They're asking, what goes into your decision-making when you choose a cover song?
Oh, this has changed over the years. When I first started, I literally would just go on like iTunes and see what was trending, and it was all pop songs, so that's what I started with. And then I just decided that I hated pop music, so I never wanted to play it ever again. And that's when I made the switch to just going to what I actually listened to growing up, which was like punk songs and just like My Chemical Romance, Green Day, Sum 41, all those bands. And now I actually pick my songs from like Instagram polls or just going through the comment sections of my videos, because honestly, I don't even know what to cover anymore. I feel like I've done everything. I have over 200 videos at this point. So now I just kind of listen to what everyone is requesting. And if I see the same song over and over again or the same band, I'll just pick a song from them. And that's how I choose the songs now.
Awesome. Alex, do you have a question for Anna?
Sure. What do you personally look to or hope to see from the contestants and from the participants?
Honestly, I just want to see a real passion for the instrument. And I said this in the first YouTube video I made for BandUp. I think the one thing that me and most of the other mentors are looking for is just a real love for the instrument, really enjoying themselves, enjoying what they're doing, and really wanting to do really well in the competition, not just, you know, for all of the benefits, but just for themselves, because they really enjoy going through all of the music process and being a musician. That's what I'm looking for.
Nice.
Kind of want to give the same question to you, Caleb.
Yeah, I would echo every single sentiment she just said, because half the time I will become connected to a band or a performer, solo artist, not necessarily because of how technically impressive they are, but because of it just radiates off of them through their body language and through their voice or through their facial expressions, whatever it is, it radiates off of them that they love what they're doing. And that isn't to say you should abandon, you know, caring at all for making sure it sounds good. But if you get up there, and I was in a band one time and we had an incredible guitarist, you know, but it just didn't have a lot of expression. And it was like, it came to a point where it's like, hey dude, like, I know you're really good, but we gotta make these people believe that we like what we do. And that's what my charge would be to most people entering this contest, would be to make sure you are loving what you do and make sure it shows. Because that's going to sell. That's going to be the difference if you make it to the end of this competition. That's going to be the difference maker. If both people are really, really gifted and talented and skilled, and they've taken the time to learn everything, if one person looks like they love it more than the other, it's probably going to go to the person who seems to love it more. So, echoing every sentiment she said.
Awesome. Anybody else wants to add anything to that?
I mean, I just kind of now know what I'm gonna do in my audition. I'm just gonna, like, in the end, I'm just gonna, like, drop on the floor and, like, roll around a little bit.
Sell it.
Just cool. Yeah, you got you know.
Exactly. How do you feel?
Exactly. I've been told I'm a decent. I can push something.
I see that there's a question from Rebecca asking. She says, I'm a bit confused on how this whole thing works. Can you please give me a general explanation? So I'm going to try and reduce BandUp into a few seconds. We're basically looking for awesome individual musicians to enter and audition, and then we're going to fly the top 16, 4 drummers, 4 bassists, 4 guitarists, 4 vocalists to Europe. We're going to split you into random bands, and we're going to eliminate 1 each week so that we end with 4 of the best of you guys, so that we can build a band and carry on. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
And these awesome people that you guys are looking at will be along for the ride. They're going to help you with your song choice. They're going to help you with your technical ability. They're going to make sure that you guys are absolutely performing at your best. And I think the key message here is that we want to mentor and find and grow people. So this is not like other talent shows where we're out to embarrass people. We actually want to make a difference in your life. Cool. Sale is over. Cool. Dan, do you have another question?
Just gonna turn it back to you, David. How many have actually registered currently for BandUp?
All right. Let me quickly check. 2,028 on the dot. Of that, it's 1,910 from about 79 different countries. Are individual entries. Then we've got 81 people entered to be a host, and then 87 bands are competing to be our 6 celebrity bands. So all in all, 2,078.
Happy selecting.
This actually feels like a Street Fighter tournament for the Battle of the Bands, all the way from the forest of Titmantu. This drummer has made from a dead rhino, and please be disclaimer that no rhinos were harmed in the making of this video.
Awesome. Cool. I think.
I'm sorry.
No, carry on, Alex.
I just find it interesting that the first round of auditions opens up pretty much immediately after the World Cup ends. So we're basically going to wrap up the World Cup of soccer, and we're just going to transition into the World Cup of rock.
All right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so the German guys, sorry, you won't come into the finals.
I was about to say, I hope the German guys do a little bit better in this World Cup.
Rock, though, I mean, like it's
Past the first edition.
Pop, it's like punk, it's metal. It can be basically everything, can't it, David? Like you can do what you want if it's a band, because like a band can get on stage and they can play whatever the fuck they want, and it's still like it's a band, so it doesn't have to be like rock, right? Because
absolutely, I think one of the questions we had was what genre or style should the auditions be, and we have everything from Alex is a sorry if I say this wrong, but you're a screamer. So
no, I'm more of a clean singer, definitely.
But we literally have the full spectrum of genres. We've got from folk to metal to rock to pop, and this is the beauty of this whole concept, is that the 16 people are going to end up in the 3 final rounds are going to be from such varying different genres that the band that hopefully walks out of that would be absolutely unique. So you're right, Pelle, there's no genre specification here. So although everywhere it says BandUp rocks, it's rocks in the terms of the experience you're going to have, not the genre of music.
Yeah, cool. So it's like there's no limit to anyone. And just like if you like music and you can play an instrument, you're pretty good, go for it, right?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Okay, well, I have a question of my own, something I've been thinking about, but didn't necessarily put it in the list ahead of time. And not to put anyone on the spot, but I think everyone here has probably thought of that. So what I've been thinking is, how are we going to make sure that whatever band comes out at the end of BandUp, is a cohesive unit? You just mentioned the wide spectrum of musicians that are going to participate in the competition, and as great as it is to have such a variety of people with different backgrounds and tastes and talents, at the end of the day, whatever band ends up being put together, it needs to be a cohesive unit with people having some sort of vision of what they want to do. So how is that going to be accomplished?
So wait, like what's the question? The age, or how are we going to put people
No,
together?
I think what he's trying to say is since everyone's coming together from different backgrounds and different genres, how is the final band going to be effective in a musical sense?
Right. So I mean, like the whole idea behind BandUp is like to get the best musicians that will work the best together with the best talent. So it's not just, I mean, the whole BandUp experience is going to be like David talked about before. It's not just going to be about drama and reality and how people look on screen. It's going to be about talented people, how they would work together, and how they would tour and be successful. Because as a touring artist, I've toured for many years and all over the world, and I know touring is brutal, and it's really important you have the people who would work together as a band. You see people, it's like bands split up all the time. It always happens. It's inevitable. And to pick a successful band and successful music, you have to have talented musicians who can also work together as a band. So I would think BandUp is going to get people together who can work together and who can also kind of, let's call it in quotes, live together, because that's the life. You're on a tour bus, you're always on the road, and you need to work together. So I think David's gonna chip in on this probably, but I think the most important aspect is like finding people who go along and who have the most fun and who create great music. It's got to be that, right, David?
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. As you said, is that I mean, if you look at the world's most successful bands, they've been together for eternity, and that is a friendship that you most probably can't break for any amount of money in the world. Musical ability is, of course, super, super important, but at the end of the day, you guys need to get along and girls need to get along. So this is what the process tries to weed out. We're going to put you in different situations with different people, and we're going to try and see who works best with each other. When we did BandUp in 2008, we had fantastic musicians, and the final four were not necessarily the best at the instrument level, but they were the best at the instrument level working together with the other 2 or 3 instruments. So absolutely well summed up.
Yeah, the people, I can just quickly enter here, because the people I've known since I was a kid, I was never very talented growing up, and I remember looking up to all these guitarists and people who were so talented, and they are nowhere now because they usually can't work with people, or they just don't want to put in the work. So it's not about just being talented, it's about how you apply that talent into the profession they're into. So I think BandUp, that was like the main pitch that make BandUp interesting to me to work with, is that they kind of understand the whole aspect of living a life as a musician. It's not just about, can you play fucking great solos on guitar? I mean, if that was the case, Charlie Parra would he would just like be the most famous guy ever. Fuck Brad Pitt. Charlie would own everyone. Caleb, amazing thing. You can just take people's talent, and it's about how they apply it and what they do. And BandUp understands this, and they're gonna make a group that's gonna last and it's gonna work. So yeah, good question. Really good question, to be honest.
Yeah.
I've got a question for you. I mean, you play in numerous bands, and you also have your own channel. How does doing covers on YouTube for a living, and I'm using inverted quotes here, affect your songwriting when you have to come up with original music? Do you feel you're gravitating towards recognized patterns, or how has it affected your songwriting in any way?
Me?
Charlie.
Oh, Charlie.
Definitely like making guitar covers or collaborations. Like I've done a lot of collaborations with PelleK actually, which have been pretty much, most of those videos are probably from the most viewed videos of my channel. And I think that in a way it can affect in a positive way, because you get a lot of influences that maybe you didn't have before. Maybe like if you're used to heavy metal like rock music, but you start making like versions, like cover versions, for example, I don't know, maybe transforming into metal Dragon Ball song, you can get that vibe, like that kind of anime music that is pretty melodic. However, sometimes YouTube creators, content creators may get a little bit saturated, because at some point we want to have all these scheduled views and scheduled videos to upload, and maybe you can get really saturated of making these videos and making these versions, and probably when you're supposed to do something of your own, maybe you're a little bit blocked. So I think that it's all about not getting saturated of both things, like making covers all the time and just to keep up with the views and the subscribers and everything. It's okay to take breaks, so that kind of refresh your mind a little.
Awesome.
Okay, do we have anything in the chat?
Oh, we've got loads in the chat. I think Dan, maybe you've got one of the pre-recorded questions. And then we can...
I think it's the last question here. What did, going out to all the mentors, how did you guys react when you were asked to be a part of the team and Rocks? What was your general reaction, your initial reaction?
Let's start with Johannes.
Actually, David met me and introduced me to the idea, and I actually, at that moment, which was more than 1 year ago, I had no idea what I can expect from it, but I loved the idea. So I just told him, yeah, I'm in. Let me get involved, and I'm totally happy that I'm be in part of this amazing thing. I'm really looking forward to this. Really, that's all. It will be awesome.
I'm super glad you accepted my invitation, Johannes.
Yeah.
Hannah?
Yeah, so I thought of something pretty similar. I didn't really know what to expect at first, but I was all in from the minute that I read the email from David. I was like, this sounds amazing. I think everyone involved is going to be amazing. So I was all in from the get-go.
That's awesome to hear. Caleb, maybe from you?
Yeah, I remember you sent me the email a while ago and was very excited at the opportunity. Also a little scared by the opportunity because I've never done anything quite like it. And I also realized then if I wanted to do something like this, I myself had to get better at the thing that I do. So I've been practicing myself, probably alongside everyone else, to try and prepare myself for the mentor role that I will be taking. So both excited and anxious about the opportunity, but I know it'll grow me in a lot of ways, and I hope to grow with the contestants as well that enter into it. So I was pumped, but a little shaken, but I'm all good, all good.
So cool to have you. Your energy is just fantastic. So it's great to have you here.
Thank you,
Charlie.
To be honest, this is a huge honor. This is a huge honor. I know that Anna had a lot to do with it, and it's pretty. I think it's going to be quite an experience. I know that everybody working very hard to make this be a great thing. The best thing is that I've been watching a lot of you guys stuff. I've seen Kristina's drumming on Cole Roland. It's pretty awesome, and I really hope that finally we meet each other in person. I think it's going to be really fun, and I'm pretty excited and honored and fingers crossed to make things happen, right? And you will probably say that I'm definitely I'm going to be probably the shortest guy of the bunch. I know it.
Charlie, we're so excited to have you, and the honor is all ours, man. Kristina, you?
I'm actually the same as Caleb. I've been practicing my butt off lately just because I want to be able to really help the drum contestants. So I want to have more knowledge of what I do. And honestly, I'm really excited to be able to interact with people in person because I'm always in my studio by myself. I don't get to actually talk to people. So I'm really looking forward to get to do like the hands-on type of work. And one thing for me that got me really excited is this is the path I'm trying to take career-wise with it, which is like production and TV and just like bigger things outside of YouTube. So as soon as I got this email, I'm just like, okay, this sounds like it's something that's meant to be for me because it's the path I'm trying to take. So I was really excited and honored that out of all the drummers on YouTube, like I got chosen to be the mentor. So that was really awesome.
You're an obvious choice. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Norwegian God of Thunder.
Christ. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not a mentor, but I can still answer the question, you know. I just upon getting the email, I think I just got back to you like pretty fast and just like heard what it was about, and we talked about this a bit before as well. But the thing that really excites me is that like this isn't like American Idol or the X Factor. It's like a legit. It's really cool because it's actually about the band experience, which I love. Because I've been behind the camera and in front of the camera on these productions before, and I hate it. I've said this to the media before. I think it's really shit, and the way you do it is so good. It's legit, and it's actually like helping the artists. So I'm excited, and I mean, to me, this whole thing is all of a state of mind. It's a mental thing. It's not just about the practicing and everything. Of course, I mean that goes into it. But Caleb and you're all gonna be great. You're all great. So that's why you got picked. For me, it's just kind of like about helping people get, break through mental barriers, because I know people just keep, fighting themselves, kind of when like, I can't do it. There's no reason to try. People have a million reasons to fail, and I feel like that's the edge I have that can help people with. It's just trying to be positive. So yeah, I was excited, and I am excited, and it's gonna be great.
As I said, I think we're super honored to have all you guys on board, and I think it's the right time with the right people, and it can only be the best for these people that we find, and hopefully we can make a difference in everybody's lives. So thank you for all you guys.
Thank you, dude. I mean, David is really making this happen. Hats off to David. You're incredible, dude.
No, it's all you guys, man. It's all you amazing people. I think I'm going to run through a couple of quick chat questions here, and I'm sorry if I'm going to speedball it, but Ulysses asked, how do you sign up for the free trip? You just follow everybody, dude. Make sure that you follow everybody on every channel, and we'll find you and we'll give you a free trip. Sounds good? Sounds good. Raspberry said that my interview for BandUp didn't get posted, though. Yeah, there's a backlog of about 35 interviews that we're waiting to push, so be patient, it's coming. Spider Assassin asked, should the guitar be recorded using an interface like GarageBand? If that's what floats your boat, hey Charlie, I mean, it doesn't have to be, but whatever, as long as your skill comes through, you can do it acoustically. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Clark,
as long as I think that as long as it's not as long as it's like we can understand what's happening, and it has it's not necessarily to record it through an interface and everything, because sometimes videos that are recorded, like mostly like Instagram videos, like guitar videos, are recorded direct from a cell phone, and the thing that is important is to have the less ambient noise as possible. Definitely, maybe it's important to hear what the person is gonna play, and not out noises and maybe people doing stuff on the street or related stuff.
Awesome. I think Alex also asked us before we went live, is it okay to do with the actual original song and the backing track? And as I said to him then, is that we don't want to impose too many rules. I think the bottom line here is that as long as we can hear your skill and understand that it is you playing, singing, or performing, that's all that matters. Our mentors and judges, they do this for a living. They understand exactly what's going on. They're going to know all the difficulties that you're going to go through. They've gone through themselves. So just deliver what you have, and I'm sure that it'll be good enough. And if there's not, and they feel that you have the right skill, they'll reach out to you and say, hey, would you mind redoing it this way? So don't stress too much about the auditions, guys. Just do your best. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. I think that answers Clarix's question as well. I can only record with an iPhone. I hope that's okay. Again, as long as we can hear your skill. Sorrow asked, when will the activity start? 23rd of July. That's when the auditions start for the first round. If you are unsure about anything, go have a look at bandup.rocks, our website. There's more information there. Nintendo fan number 9F asked, Nintendo fan number 9. Man, original names. All right. If we made a video specifically for auditions and already put it on YouTube, can we still use it for audition? Nope, unfortunately not. We would love for you to do a audition specifically for us. Rebecca, we've answered. Rose Minty, if you guys had the choice to either do music for the rest of your life and be broke or homeless. Wait, let me reread that one. If you guys had the choice to either do music for the rest of your life and be broke and homeless, or if you could do only music you hated and still get paid, what would you do? Let's ask that to Anna.
That's a hard question. Well, not really dodging the question, but I think something that we all kind of have to offer being on YouTube is we have more skills than just like playing music. A lot of us do our own videos, a lot of us do our own audio, and of course like the whole marketing that happens with YouTube. So I think if I could like have the option of still doing music and somehow making an income doing something else, that's what I would say, because I don't think anyone wants to be broke and homeless. But technically the answer is yes, I would choose music.
I think, Kristina, you mentioned it earlier that you transitioned from music you didn't like to music you do like. Mm-hmm. So I think it's a fine balance between the two. I think you've got to sharpen your knives before you can be a chef, I suppose.
Yeah, you have to sometimes do stuff that you're not too crazy about to build your audience, and then you get to kind of do whatever you want. So it's a little bit of both. You have to do a little bit, and then hopefully you're able to be successful in doing what you actually like.
I think, unfortunately, I've known too many people that are very close to broken homeless purely because they love music. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword, I think. Cool. And then last question that I have in my list from the comments is from Lewis. He asks, how do we upload the first song? We will provide you with an interface on our website so that you can upload your video there. It'll go to the mentors and the judges. They'll give their opinion on it, and then it'll be posted to our YouTube channel. I think also there's another question from Alberto Drums. He asked, on the website it says that you can create a profile from the 25th of June, which was yesterday. Absolutely correct. That's not live yet. We'll update the date, but don't worry. Auditions start 23rd of July, so you still have a couple of days to get that done. Alrighty, I think that's all the questions we have from our side here. I'm just quickly scanning through the chat, so if you guys want to chat amongst yourself, maybe you have a couple of questions for each other, that'll be great.
Well, I can say something. I mean, the whole BandUp thing is really legit. So if you're watching and if you're thinking about joining, then definitely do it. I mean, like the chances are pretty big. I mean, it's not like a lottery. It's not millions of people competing against it. Like if you have some kind of talent, try it out. I mean, it's gonna be good. You get to meet us and more interesting people, you know, and learn from it. And it doesn't even matter. I mean, one of the things I learned through life is it doesn't matter if you win something or whatever, if you get the part in the TV show or whatever you do, it's the whole process of learning. It's just going to make you better. So try and join, give it a shot. If you don't make it, you tried and you're going to learn something from it. And chances with BandUp pretty big because like you said, like 2,000 or 3,000 people applied so far. So chances are huge. So give it a shot and you can, you know, hang out with us guys and we'll teach you stuff and we'll talk to you, maybe we'll learn something from you. You know, it's going to be good. So, I mean, that's all I can say about that. It's going to be good. And I really encourage people to join it. I would not be a part of this if it wasn't legit. And it totally is. Very cool people from the back end. All these people that are part of it, all of these guys are really cool people and very talented people. So you have nothing to lose. And it's not like people are going to take your audition and, you know, like, whatever, you know, use it for something that you don't want it to. It's just going to be, you know, us guys looking at it and judging on it and try to help you guys out. So yeah, that's my
thanks, Pelle.
For 2 cents. Yeah.
I also want to stress that this is not a popularity contest. We're really looking to make a difference in your life, the entrance. If you don't make BandUp this year, it's open. We're going to try and work with you guys. We're also chatting to a lot of festivals and educational institutions this side to perpetuate life after BandUp. So even if you don't make it into the final four, we're going to try and find ways to help you guys with education and reaching out and being part of the community so that for the next season of BandUp, you might be a little bit better. If you want to make music your life and you want to be really good at it, we're going to try our best to make that happen for you.
Sounds great.
Good job. Well said.
Cool. I think there's still a whole bunch of questions. I can see some of them are very close to what we've already answered. And some of the, what's your top favorite 3 or top favorite 5? I think what we'll do is I'll try and condense this into messages and pop it through to you guys individually. And then you guys can answer it and we'll post it as comments on this video. Of course, this video will be recorded and it'll be available on our channel. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, hello@bandup.rocks. Send us an email, connect to us on whatever social channel you want. Ask us any question you want. I don't mind repeating it 50 million times. I want to make sure you guys have everything you need. And guys, thank you so much. Anna, I just wanted to say thank you very much for taking the time. I know you're very busy. Caleb,
of course,
you too.
always.
Really appreciate you checking in. Charlie, I'm sorry your Peru is coming home, but at least they beat the Australians, which in my book is always nice.
Yeah, it was nice to scream for those couple goals. Thank you, buddy.
Dan, thank you very much for taking time. I know it's quite late your side. Alex, до свидания. Спасибо большое. I really appreciate your time. Johannes, thank you for being separated from your children and taking the time. Kristina, I wanted to make a joke about the shorts, but I'll leave it for another chat. Be careful out there. And thank you for being part of this. And Pelle, thank you so much for all your words of wisdom and your passion. We really appreciate it. That's it. This was our first live broadcast. It was, I think, awesome. I really appreciate everybody that checked in and came. And you all have a wonderful day, evening, morning. Really appreciate it. So yeah, see you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Awesome.
Bye-bye. Have a great day.